conversation before. I don't think this is before Lakers game. I thought it was during
the third quarter.
Yeah, during the third quarter. So that's mistitled. LeBron James caught seemingly confronting Stephen A. Smith after the Lakers game. So yeah, it was actually during the third or fourth quarter. He straight up talked to him, and it's so funny because Stephen A. Smith is always talking about, I'm courtside, I'm at the games. If you have any problem with what I say on TV, talk to my face. And then LeBron talks to his face and says, keep my son's name out your effing mouth. And Stephen A. was like, that's not the time or place. I was there with other people, executives, and I couldn't even say what I wanted to say right there. And I saw he was upset, so I had to take it. But if I would have had him in a private room, I would have let him know what I thought. And then now everyone is just clowning Stephen A. saying, dude, why are you saying it on ESPN and then on your own YouTube channel, on your YouTube show? You're addressing it there and you're making all this content on all of it when that man was literally in front of you and you said nothing. I don't know.
Exactly. And we got a video right here, basically Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James interaction with each other. Then we got Stephen A. Smith response. Then we gonna come back and let you know why LeBron James was wrong. This is all your fault.
That was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son. Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. That's what he was doing.
Rest him out.
I thought long and hard about this over the last few hours because I had no intentions, Molly, of talking about this at all.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it was a one-on-one, I wouldn't say a conversation, but it was a one-on-one confrontation. But then I wake up and everybody from ESPN and my agent and everybody else were sending me that this thing had gone viral. And so ultimately it was unavoidable, and that is why I have to discuss it now. That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was last night at the Lakers game happened.
See you on the show.
Now I get, and people have said to me today that I'm looking pretty damn sad. I'll fess up, I am. Because something like that is not something that should make any of us comfortable. I didn't anticipate it. I don't know why I didn't anticipate it. But I'm not here to blame LeBron James. That wasn't a basketball player talking to me last night. That was a dad. He rolled up on me as a father. That's what he did. That was not a basketball player talking to me. We talk about LeBron James all the time. Practically everybody does. That's not what LeBron James does. So for him to confront me, obviously it was something that he was incredible.
Call it what it is. Yeah. Like sometimes, man, like I like Stephen A, but sometimes, man, like he overstepped his boundaries. You know, we understand you're getting paid to have an opinion, but sometimes your opinion is always not the best time to fucking say it. Right. He's saying, like, you can say that shit, but keep that shit to yourself sometimes. That's who Stephen A is, though. Like, if you put him in his place, not socially and all that, welcome to him, grown man. Like, hey, trust me. I didn't put him in his place, so don't.
What do you mean, like Yadi?
Like when I was up for money, when I was playing for the Nets, I was up for my contract. He made a little statement, this little article, what I should be asking for, what I'm worth, this, that, and Thursday. I saw him in Puerto Rico. I walked up on him. Like, nigga, I motherfucking dare you, bro. Like, you don't know me, you don't know how I grew up, man. Like, so no, it's like when you, like, if it's said and you got a problem with it, then approach him. That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna approach him and I'm gonna get it out there. So that's just my thing. That's why I handle the situation. But no, he dead ass wrong for that.
He dead wrong for that. So like,
what's funny is Stephen A was just on Gil's Arena, so he just saw Kenyon Martin again.
Yeah, and he reminded him about the whole little situation in Puerto Rico, and Stephen A. Smith kept saying, like, I don't remember it. But I mean,
You don't remember nothing.
so with this whole situation, it's just sad. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, that's sad. It's just crazy. Stephen A. Smith is basically saying like LeBron James, this is your fault. He said when he met LeBron James in basically on that at that third quarter, he was confused. He didn't know what was going on. But if he would have known what was going on, he would have said like, this is your fault because you're the reason why this all happened. You're the person that said, "Oh yeah, Bronny's better than all these NBA players."
Oh, a year before he came, he's
Yeah.
better than like 60% of the league.
You're the one that was saying like, "Oh yeah, whatever team, whoever drafts Bronny, that's who I'm gonna be with." So like now it's coming to the point where like when Bronny plays a game and like he plays this game right here and he only scores like 1 point or nothing at all, like my job is telling me that we need to talk about this. So the fact that you should have known that you should have known that you're the alleged king. So if you said your son's gonna be in the league,
We're covering it.
and we're gonna cover it. Like it's all these other NBA players, their son go in the league. We don't cover like Tim. Like Tim Hardaway Sr. He ain't go all crazy like, oh yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. is better than like 80% of the league, or like Gary Payton Sr. didn't say like, oh yeah,
We just talked trash about how Dallas was using him in the playoffs one year.
exactly.
Because they're not giving my son the ball enough.
Exactly. That's I mean that's all he did, but
Yeah.
they didn't go to the extent what like LeBron James was doing. So like
No.
Stephen A. Smith's defense is like, this is your fault. Like if you didn't
You
come
put
out
him
here
in
and
this situation.
just like when you came out and say, "Oh yeah, we finna win like 5 titles in Miami," and like you didn't have to say that.
Yeah.
So like you didn't have to say like LeBron is gonna be this good, knowing that he just had this heart problem, knowing that that like when every time he plays, if he doesn't score that much, we're gonna be talking about him. Like he's good as
Well,
a G League player, but like
I feel
NBA
like
not yet.
I feel like the media has been a little bit hard on him because I feel like they do forget that he literally had open heart surgery a year before, and it's impressive that he's actually healthy enough to be playing at a pro level. And when he's had his mishaps when he's played, but I do like that they're not, babying him and just letting him sit on the, court side and just, be there the whole time. They're actually sending him to the G League and making him play, and he's actually playing really well. We're seeing he's dropping 25, 30 points a night in the G League, and who knows, later on in the season, the right time comes, someone gets injured in the playoffs or on a playoff run, Bronny might come in and be able to surprise people because he's been putting in that work. But I don't know. I just think it's funny, like Kenny Martin said, that Stephen A is all about, if you have a problem, say it to my face. And then LeBron says it to his face, and he's like, that wasn't the time.
Horrible.
That wasn't the time and the place. And it's like,
True.
that's not what you say. So, I mean, some people say I'm a LeBron hater. I actually like LeBron. I really like Bronny. I think he's actually a NBA talent. I don't think he's like an all-star or anything, but I think he's good enough to be an NBA player, and I'm excited to see, how good he's gonna be over the next few years. But LeBron, there's nothing good with being a top 2, top 3 NBA player of all time, but you're not the GOAT.
He is the GOAT. And I mean, I feel like I understand where LeBron James is coming from too, as a father. Like you don't want nobody
As
talking
a father,
as a
how
father. You
many
want,
kids you got?
you don't want nobody talking negative about your kids or anything like that, so you always gonna defend them. But I mean, like watching Gil's Arena, you don't watching Gil's Arena. Yeah, I understand you want to feel like you want to talk all this positive stuff about your kid because you see like the greatness in them. But this is the real like this is real. Like if you miss so many shots, we gonna tell you trash. Ain't no you covering and you gonna be able to stop all this stuff from happening. Like your son's gonna know that he's trash.
He's gonna know that he's trash.
He's gonna know that he's trash. I mean,
Well, I mean, I do find it that I do hate that players do get soft or mad or like, why are you talking about me? It's like you're a pro player. We're talking about your sport. It's not like you're a random guy. It's not like you're on national media and being like, oh, Mike from Costco is a jerk. It's like that would be random. No, you're literally on a sports channel talking about sports. What are they supposed to talk about?
true.
So I've never understood how players be like, why are you talking about me? It was like, what
True.
do
But
you
what
mean?
what I did understand is like what I thought what LeBron James was coming out and saying was that like don't be talking about my son, like because it was coming to the point where like they were trying to put Bronny James's name in the category of like the Cowboys and like LeBron James and the Lakers. So like even or like Jordan, like when there's nothing to talk about Bronny James.
What's the Bronny update?
What's
Yeah.
the Bronny update? Give me an update. I'm like, no, like he's a second round 55th pick. Like, there's nowhere in the world where like y'all spent this much time on a 55th pick. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Lakers lost, but how did Bronny do? Like, no, nobody cares. Like the Lakers lost, or like Lakers won. How did no?
Yeah.
Like, or Lakers lost. Like, we talk about Bronny. Like, did he play? Like, no.
I think, you know, at the end of the day, this wasn't really needed because it's like you're famous. So, like, even if your son barely makes it into the league, if you're LeBron or Michael Jordan or one of the greats, people are going to cover your son. I mean, that's just what it is.
They didn't cover Michael Jordan's son like this.
Because he didn't make the league. If he made the league, they would have.
They didn't cover Giannis' brother like this. They didn't cover J.R. Smith's brother like this.
That's his brother, not son.
Same thing.
No, it's not the same thing. But I do still, at the end of the day, find it hilarious that LeBron checked him because I still
Scottie Pippen Jr. You don't know what Scottie Pippen Jr. doing right now.
He's in the league.
I mean, he's in the league, but you don't know what he's
Scottie
doing.
Pippen was a top 5 player of all time.
I think he's
Top 50, but not top 5.
Scottie Pippen Jr. or Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen.
I don't know, but y'all comment down below how y'all feel about this whole situation. Do you feel like LeBron James is blowing this out of proportion? Like, you're an athlete, like they're just doing their job. Like, nobody's talking about like LeBron James personally. They're just talking about like he went 5 for 15 and you trash. So we're gonna let you know you trash. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Comment down below if you think my co-host is a Bronny hater, and if we need to have LeBron on this show to check my co-host, because I think if LeBron was right in front of my co-host, he would be shaking in his boots and be like, "Yes, Mr. James, I'll never say a bad word about Bronny again."
The lies.
He would have you shaking.
Never shaking, but I will be shaking to this next.
He'll make you sing the LeBron R&B song
I go,
for 5 hours straight.
LeBron James. LeBron.
I'm